I do agree that like these drinks are associated with like two different vibes, and like sometimes like would you say like I can't imagine you drinking matcha regularly.
Wait, okay, regularly is crazy.
But you always prefer coffee
Let's
over
talk
matcha.
about another archetype.
Okay.
The Celsius bro.
Oh my god.
That is real crackhead.
Celsius bro enters the chat.
Celsius bro.
Is that your Celsius package over there? Hi guys, I missed you. Welcome back to the TTYL podcast. I'm your co-host Sarah.
I'm your co-host Adrian.
And I'm your guest for the 7th time, Rebecca.
2 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
It's like a Snapchat streak, but guest streak.
Oh, I need to move.
Do Gen Zers know what Snapchat is?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, Loki, I saw a friend open Snapchat on their phone.
Whoa.
Snapchat on their phone, and it was low-key nostalgic. I miss seeing what treasures lay behind that red box.
It's an instant ick for me.
Wow. Wait, Snapchat?
Yeah.
Do you ever scroll in your Snapchat memories?
I deleted the app.
What? That's where all the good stuff lies.
I have like the for you only, or the for my eyes only thing. I used to take progress pics in there.
Ooh, progress for what?
For
My
pharmacy
guns.
application.
And my buns. I actually I can't. Oh, one of my friends snapped me one time, Tim, like within the past year. So I downloaded it again. Well, I got this really sus text message. I was like, somebody sent you a Snapchat.
I get that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, is this for real right now? So I downloaded it anyway. But yeah, Tim sent me a snap, and I literally like don't know how to use it anymore. Like, you know, when like I just felt like my fingers were really slippery and finicky. Like I was afraid that any wrong slip I would like, I don't know, accidentally send some kind of like screenshot message or like read receipt the wrong way or something.
What the heck?
I was
Wait,
nervy.
truly, those apps have all changed so much. Like, be real. Anyways, Rebecca, what are we doing today? Again. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Today we are doing a fun little game. We're going to do hot takes, and I'm just going to read a bunch of hot takes that I have picked out and thought of.
Wait,
and
can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
Sarah, where have you been?
Bruh.
Why do you call her out like that?
No,
Wait.
I think because she's about to be gone again.
Oh, shoot.
Am I?
Kinda.
Oh, maybe in like 3 weeks. Okay, basically, catch you up to speed. So I was in SF for a weekend with family, and then I came back for a day, and the next day I went to Philly for work, and then I came back not the next day, but after a couple days, and then the next day I went to Boston for work as well. So I've been functionally out of the city for 3 consecutive weeks, and I feel like I missed New York so much.
Do you feel like a lot has changed?
Not really. I mean, like within our within our apartment, like Casa has been kind of out and about too, right? AIDS is holding down the fort.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say not for me because I'm the only one here, but yeah, everyone's been kind of moving around.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been having the best time being
Well,
alone.
I came
Holy
back
shit!
and I saw Rebecca first, and I was like, "Oh my god, her hair!"
Oh, did you?
You were the first one I saw. Wait, you were one of the first people. No, I mean I probably saw Adrian when
No,
I first
you saw
came back.
Amy
Oh, no,
first.
you saw me first. Wait, Amy?
Yeah. Wait.
No.
I thought you saw Amy
Sunday?
Jo first.
Sunday?
I came back Saturday.
You came back Saturday?
You saw Rebecca first.
But then you
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunday morning, because we were getting we're going to church or we're getting food.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god! And you're like, there are many updates. And I was like,
But
you need to
yes,
strap in for this one.
New York is glad to have you back.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you guys again.
All right, sorry.
I'm just going to start that segment over of explaining. All right, guys. Today we're playing a fun little game. I've researched a lot of hot takes that are floating around the internet and also came up with a few myself.
Fire.
And then I'm just going to throw them out there and we're going to have a nice, robust discussion.
Diplomatic.
All right. Shall we get started?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I think the first one is really interesting. So there's this concept called girl dinner on TikTok.
We love I had girl dinner tonight.
Oh, okay, great debate then. So women plate random snacks as a meal, and they like present it, and they like make it look all aesthetic. So I want you guys to debate whether it's empowering or if it's just silly, because some say it's self-care, but then others are saying it's like you're getting lazy and you're just giving up cooking. So
whoa,
yeah, not to call you out
deep?
like that.
It's not that deep, guys.
Wait, how is it Wait, does anybody think it's empowering here?
Well, yeah,
I think it's just like, oh, we have free will. Let's just do whatever the fuck we want.
That's true.
And then you just eat like a cracker.
Honestly, okay, my version of like free will and girl dinner is like buying things that I forget that I can actually just go to a grocery store and buy. Like things that I wait to eat with people, or things that I wait to eat at a restaurant because I associate it with like a restaurant meal. But then I'm like, wait, I can just buy this myself and cook it. For example, like hot pot, I love like fishball with roe in it. But I can literally just buy that.
I don't think that's
girl dinner.
I don't think that's girl dinner.
Okay. Okay, I know, but that's like my version of empowerment and like I don't think for me girl dinner is like there's different definitions. One of the definitions for me is just random crap in the fridge I have left if I don't have a cohesive meal. Then I'm just like getting little bits and pieces of different ingredients or charcuterie or something and combining it to make some kind of nutrients.
Okay, when I hear girl dinner, I think of like that, but like between like nutritious and like super unhealthy, I'd say it's like in the middle and like skews towards a little like unhealthy because it's just like a random assortment, right?
But isn't that what a salad is?
You
could do like
because, like,
apples, pecans.
But I think like the
arugula.
randomness of a girl dinner could literally be anything. Like it could be like an apple, some rice, and like a Cheeto.
Yeah.
I think there's like varying degrees to girl dinner. Like I think you're pretty healthy about your meals, so I wouldn't call it like girl dinner. But I think like stereotypically girl dinner is like that combo, like hummus, chips, and then like
it's like
fruit.
rabbit food. Like when you look at the plate, you're like
just raw ingredients.
This is not exactly. It's just like, oh, like I look at it and it's like a snacking plate, you know. And you're just like
the other day, my coworker she's like, oh, I brought girl lunch, and I'm like, oh, like what is it? She's like, yeah, it's like fish sticks with no tartar sauce, and then like there was like a wedge of lemon, there was like a celery stick, which is like, okay, it's not unhealthy, it's just like random,
not cohesive,
peckish.
Peckish.
Okay, that's interesting because girl dinner is like, it's not like you go out and you buy ingredients being like, I'm gonna buy stuff to make a girl dinner, right? It's like just kind of leftover things.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, how do we compare that to a bro meal then?
Rice, broccoli, and chicken.
Beef.
Isn't that the same? I guess
Isn't that inherently more healthy than...
I think celery and fish sticks are not bad.
Okay, that is also all very...
Okay, girl dinner.
We're talking like stereotypical.
Okay,
like,
okay, fine. Stereotypically, I think a girl dinner is a charcuterie plate. Cheese, crackers, and whatever you put on the charcuterie. Yeah.
I think another differentiation is typically girl dinner is like finger food, or you can eat it with your finger versus boy dinner is like you still have to eat it with a fork or spoon.
I love boy dinner.
Girl dinner they don't like using utensils, I guess.
We like going with our hands, with our fingies.
Funny. Okay, so I think we're all on the same page where it's okay to have girl dinner? Question mark?
For sure.
Depending on what the girl dinner is.
When do you guys think at what point we should like be more intentional about our nutrition? Because I feel like right now we can kind of like eat whatever we want and like kind of not feel the consequences. Because like I look at what my parents eat and they eat like my mom eats like an apple and rice and calls it a meal.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, that is just girl dinner, but like at the age of like, you know, like older.
Not wanting to drop your mom's age.
Not that like yeah, I was gonna dox my mom's age. Not that like okay, maybe you know what? I'm gonna come out and say Cheetos and rice and what else I say?
An apple.
Yeah, might not be the most like well balanced meal, but we can like tolerate it. So like, what point?
Honestly, I don't think. Oh, there was a period of time where I literally ate charcuterie for dinner, and I was so hungry.
Sarah, that's insane.
But it was so fun. Oh, I just ate like a larger amount of it. But
do you eat food for fun or fuel?
For fun. It depends on my cycle.
Oh, that's valid actually.
She's just buying like wholesale of like salami.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Interesting.
So, ghosting versus breadcrumbing.
Ooh.
So both are obviously bad, but which is worse in our opinion?
I actually don't think ghosting is bad.
Oh.
I think it's necessary sometimes if it's done strategically and with minimal hurt to the other person.
How would you ghost without minimal hurt to the person?
Like kind of if it's a mutual ghost or if it's like a wean off ghost.
So wouldn't a wean off ghost be like breadcrumbing?
No, because you're not purposely. It's the intention behind it. I feel like breadcrumbing is more accelerating.
What is breadcrumbing, Rebecca?
I think breadcrumbing is where you're like very half-heartedly replying just to reply, and like maybe taking like 2 or 3 days to respond, but you will respond. It just takes a while.
Wait, I think breadcrumbing has more intention behind it. It's like you want the person's attention, so you give them some text or some kind of attention, but you don't want to give them everything, and you only leave a little trail, and like once you get their like trust and attention back, then maybe you like back off a bit, but once you feel like they're not as engaged, you like throw a little bit more just to like keep them looped in, but you're not fully like in a committed relationship, or it's just like kind of unhealthy.
Yeah, I digress. That's the definition.
Yeah, so breadcrumbing is worse.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's more intentional that
it's just
you're
leading someone on.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, but when do you think ghosting is like healthy? No, not healthy. Like you said, ghosting can be like good sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, I feel like, let's just say like dating at our age, I think you should be like just upfront and be like, hey, this is not working. Like, peace.
What if you go on a date and then neither of you say anything after? I guess it's just like mutual.
That's a mutual
ghost, right?
But to that point, what if you say, hey, let's stop, and then they're persistent and they're like, oh, why? Or like, oh, like and like you start feeling like a sense of danger.
Well, I think it's like ghosting when there's a reason for it, and ghosting when you don't like them. Like, obviously that's okay.
Okay. Oh, but ghosting because you don't want to deal with the consequences and like deal with the communication of like.
Yeah.
I see.
Like ghosting to be avoidant and ghosting to be like protect yourself. You know?
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, breadcrumbing is definitely way worse.
Yeah.
Don't breadcrumb.
Or gluten free.
Wait, what?
Be gluten free.
Okay.
No bread.
Okay. This is a weird one. Is microwaving fish at work, is that okay or not?
Oh.
Yo.
Or like anything smelly?
Yeah, but I think fish is the most common example. Actually, I have a story about this.
I also have a story about this.
Okay. So one time I brought salmon to work.
Oh my god, but it's salmon.
I too brought salmon to work.
Yeah.
But it's just salmon.
It's just salmon, right?
Oh god.
And then I microwaved it and it was fine. But like the next day, my coworker like loudly proclaimed, dude, anyone who brings fish to work, that is disgusting. And I was just like, okay.
Wait, did they see you eat it the other day?
No, back then I just ate in the corner alone. So I was okay. But yeah, I was like, I didn't ever hear of that until that coworker said.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Wait, similarly, one time I brought like salmon on rice to like my clinic, and then I microwaved it. And while I was microwaving, she's like one of my friendly coworkers. Like we laugh and joke. She was like, "Damn, that shit smells like ass." And I'm like, "Yo, it's my fish." She's like, "Oh my bad."
Wait, I
Dude, that's so
don't
funny.
think fish smells that bad.
No.
Right?
I agree. I think it might just be like they don't.
Well, I
eat
think
fish that often.
part of it's like if you know what the smell is and you know that it's salmon, it's fine. But if you just walk into a room and you don't know what it is, it might be a little stink.
Wait, I kind of get it though, because like I feel like the smell can linger in the microwave and like get on other people's food. Because I'm like, no, like would you guys intentionally reheat like a stinky tofu in the fridge?
Oh my God.
Like,
yeah.
Oh.
It's just smell. It's not gonna like impact the taste of
but
other
it's
people's
like,
food.
It's like public. It's
Wait,
like
but
public,
smell impacts your taste.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like sharing space, bro. It's like, would you miss the toilet on purpose?
Oh.
That is not
It's a
the
little
same
no,
analogy.
it's a little extreme, but I think it's like it's like shared space. You know, you should respect everyone's. Okay, maybe food is like, I don't know.
I think I do agree that I think some people are just more sensitive to different types of cuisines or food sense in general.
Okay, I know this is a little bit different. So let's say someone in the office has a peanut allergy. Does that mean you should never like eat anything with peanuts?
It depends on how bad the allergy is. Like, if it's airborne, then like probably like definitely not.
Oh, allergy is life or death. Salmon is
But
not.
True, but like at the same time, like how would you know? Like my office, there's like hundreds of people coming in and out.
I think if that person has a peanut allergy that's not like too bad, but they just can't eat it themselves, then it's their responsibility to not touch it or like, you know.
Okay.
Also, if you have a peanut allergy and you're not carrying EpiPen around, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true.
But like fish,
Let's circle back
that's
to
like
the fish.
that's like not peeing into a toilet.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's valid.
Okay.
But low-key, yeah, that experience made me not want to bring fish again.
So you've never brought fish?
I mean, first of all, I'm not like I love salmon.
Oh.
You're not a girly pop.
I'm not. I eat bro dinners.
Where's your omega-3?
Huh?
Where do you get your omega-3?
I get it from drinking canola oil.
Do you actually no?
He does not do
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Stop.
That I got her.
I'm like it's
Every
been
morning
3
I take a
weeks
shot of
since you-
canola oil. Omega-3 boosted.
Yeah, I smell it.
I taste it.
Oil smells good.
Oh.
If we were to
Smells
put
oily.
or the smell of oil on a scale of like stinky and good, it's skew good.
Yeah.
It's neutral.
Yeah, it's neutral.
Yeah, maybe like slightly good.
Unlike microwave salmon, apparently.
Apparently.
Okay. So I think the consensus is it's not okay because we want to be respectful of everyone's shared space.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, do what you want, but also I'm like I think I'd just be self-conscious, so then I would stop.
It sucks because I actually eat fish a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You work from home now.
Yeah, but
Wait, no, I only have a strong opinion about this because one time I microwaved my food after someone else. It wasn't like stinky, but you're right. I can understand how like this it changes how you perceive your food.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this does not taste like my leftovers. It tastes like
Oh. Someone
other
else's
person's.
leftovers.
no, because they had microwaved like curry before, and I could taste like just like a super like
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so interesting.
slight curry in my like chicken and rice, and I'm like, I didn't season it with curry. Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
But eat what you want.
Do what you want.
Do what you want.
Free
Fuck
will.
your. Never mind.
Oh.
Fork.
Okay. So this next one is actually I feel like super relevant.
Oh.
Oh, Santa in the
Oh.
house.
So
Santa
obviously,
baby.
well, why are we talking about Santa?
That's when this episode will be released.
Control us, host.
Okay. Everyone, let's
Shut
take
up.
3 deep breaths.
Oh, it feels so good to breathe.
Right? I love meditating.
I hope you guys are also taking deep breaths with us.
Did you take a deep breath? I didn't hear you.
I did a doji
He just
blow.
Okay. So obviously matcha has been super popular these
Matcha.
last like past year basically, especially in New York. I feel like there's like a matcha cafe like popping up like every week. But I wonder if matcha is so popular because it fits the aesthetic of like your typical girl, because a matcha drinker is like, you know, has a calming, controlled vibe. They prioritize wellness. They post their drinks on Instagram. They think of like matcha almost as their like soft personality trait. versus like a coffee drinker are like they're more normally associated with like being chaotic. They wake up, they like down their coffee on an empty stomach, they're like super buzzed, they like don't care about aesthetics, they just need to function, and like they just use coffee to fuel their like lifestyle. So
Like
I wonder if
spazzy
like
vibes.
yeah, no, exactly. So I wonder if like these drinks are just like
Personality traits.
yeah, personality traits. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Okay, coffee I think is a little bit more flexible. I've never thought about matcha like that. Like
When
that's
you
so
think of a matcha
true.
girly, an
So
image comes to mind.
calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't really think of like a spazzy matcha girly. I mean, like kind of, but like there's still that soft side to them.
No, what if they drink their matcha unsweetened?
Just grass? Are they a cow?
Moo.
Cow. That's so mean. Cows in this line, please. All the other matcha girlies in that one.
No, I kind of get it though. Like low key, like I feel like matcha is a big personality trait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I won't lie. Sometimes I drink my own matcha and I'm like, damn, this tastes so bad. But I'm going to drink it anyways because matcha is expensive and I already made it.
Wait, why
But
does it taste bad?
I don't know. There's a lot of trial and error
Oh,
with
yeah.
like making matcha. Yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like
Yeah.
matcha isn't as easy to make as coffee.
Yeah.
Like you have to like get like the ratio right, and
And
you
I
have to buy
still
the
don't
right
know.
matcha.
Yeah. And the right alternative milk, if that's
No, exactly.
or just milk in general. Like, I mean, coffee definitely has an art to it too.
That's true. Yeah, but like normally people just like throw in their
Yeah.
pods and then call it a day.
I feel like, based on my very limited population size or sample of this type of influence, so like, I feel like there are people like girly pops that are very into matcha, where it's like they're almost like scientifically into matcha, like ratios. They know the exact formation, like stirring it a little bit before the ZW thing, and then like the slower to get the
Do you even know what we're talking about?
No, what the fuck? She was talking about matcha and then started talking about the alphabet. ZW,
Z
XYZ, shit. That's crazy.
Like they're at least like influencer vibes. Like I see people that are like super knowledgeable about the matcha, and they're very, it just comes across when they talk about it, when they like make the matcha, it comes across very like competent in matcha. But I definitely have seen some creators where literally no shame or judgment to them, it's just the like contrast between like they're very matcha forward, but you can tell that they're not that like knowledgeable about how to make it, and that to me feels more like just doing it for the vibe,
I see.
if that makes sense.
I have a question. Truly, how do you know, like, with these things that you actually enjoy it or you're just being influenced?
Oh my gosh, that's like another level of like self-awareness. I feel like.
Oh, I think that's
No,
fine.
because wait, what?
I think it's fine if it's
be what?
both. If you enjoy it because you're being influenced. Like it doesn't have to be like.
I mean, for me, I started drinking matcha like before it got popular. to
She's
be
not like
honest.
other girls.
I'm not like the other girls. I started drinking matcha literally like freshman year of college, and I feel like a lot of people didn't know what that was.
Yo, give me some.
Yo.
Give me some
No,
matcha.
only because I think New York is a very, very big like mirror. Like it reflects like current trends and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really like evident like when we go outside of New York City or even like outside of like metropolitan like areas.
Mm.
Like matcha's not that big. Like when we went to Seattle, we for the life of us could not find a matcha
Oh, really?
place. Yeah, like not on,
What?
like,
But it's Seattle.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like
I guess they're,
on
like,
the
coffee
scale.
core.
Yes, it's like Vietnamese coffee, like lattes and stuff like that. But like on the scale that New York has it, like I don't think I'm being like very extreme. I don't think anywhere else has it like that.
Interesting. I wonder if like okay guys, don't laugh at me. I don't know where this is coming from. But you know how like fashion is usually like New York, LA,
Yeah.
like capitals that kind of set, or they're a little bit more quicker with it. I wonder if like food and beverage
I mean, I can see
is
that.
more like New
I
York,
can see that.
and then it spreads. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. I think like if we're talking about like where things happen, it's always going to be LA and New York first.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're just
I also
like
wonder, based on like other, because like fashion first starts in like Europe, right, or Australia, or like
Yeah. No,
because
Asia.
their weathers.
Asia, the fuck.
Yeah. A lot of I actually read up on this. A lot of trends that we see in like the US, they stem from Asia like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Yeah.
That's wild.
I know, but they're very forward with it.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I only bring that up because like I thought it was so weird in Seattle that we couldn't find like a. It wasn't even
That is
like we couldn't
crazy.
find a matcha place. It was also we couldn't find like a decent matcha place.
I
like
actually-
either it was too sweet or like the matcha flavor wasn't.
I dragged you to like I think 2 or 3 shops.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Aaron would recommend, my brother would recommend one, and we're just like, oh, like it's good, but it's not like
Oh dang!
a matcha place.
Here it's like there's like 15,000
That's what I'm saying.
cafes.
Yeah.
I think I remember when I went to the West Coast or like Portland, Seattle area. I remember at that time seeing a lot of cardamom in like drinks, but I hadn't seen that yet in New York in drinks. Like I like obviously the cardamom buns and stuff until a little bit later,
That's
or maybe
interesting.
maybe I just didn't notice it until I came back.
Yeah. I don't know. Kind of like circling back to like the hot take. I feel like I do agree that like these drinks are associated with like 2 different vibes, and like sometimes like would you say like I can't imagine you drinking matcha regularly.
Wait, okay, regularly is crazy.
But
Okay,
you always prefer coffee
let's
over
talk
matcha.
about another archetype.
Okay.
The Celsius bro.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
That is real crackhead.
Celsius bro enters the chat.
Celsius bro.
Is that your Celsius package over there?
Yes.
It's
Because I
almost gone.
There's like a 12 pack
Wait.
that was only like 2 left.
it lasts me 2 weeks. I'm happy with it. Good investment.
Oh my gosh.
The Celsius bro and then the black coffee bro.
Are they 2 different bros?
Ooh, what are your thoughts when guys order black coffee as their drink?
Oh, that's fine.
But like, what personality does that give you?
I would judge them more severely.
Okay, no. A black coffee bro versus a latte bro.
No, I was saying I would judge them more severely if they were ordering like a caramel frappuccino.
Bro, the thing is, that shit tastes so good.
What if they were ordering a salted maple latte?
Oh, that's fine. He orders that all the time.
What if they order a custom drink from Starbucks that's not even on the menu?
Like the
Like a
secret,
secret
menu?
menu?
Wait, you know,
Can I get
you know
a-
how like on COVID, during COVID, they'd be like, this is the recipe to do like a boba drink
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
Starbucks.
yeah.
And it's like 10 fucking ingredients.
Yeah,
Something
like
like that.
70 different adjustments.
Wait, that's why I always order on the app so they don't judge me.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably like jumble it all up if I was sure. And then they repeat everything back to me, and I would just nod and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
even though I like wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Okay, last question, just because I'm curious about like girly, like intellectual stuff. So, what is the difference between like a matcha girly with no sweetener and a matcha girly with sweetener? Or are they the
Ooh,
same?
that is a good difference.
Though low key, I hear okay. I always put sweetener or at least like half sweet. Like I ask for half sweet,
Yeah.
just for that kick. But I heard that like some matcha powders, you actually don't need sweetener
'Cause
for
like-
some reason. Because they like the powder that they use is just like already like that creamy. Like it was already sweet enough. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I guess it really depends on the matcha.
That's some sus leaves.
Okay, but people that drink matcha without milk, like just a matcha
Oh.
tea
Wait, that's
versus a
just
matcha
green
latte.
tea, right?
No. They're different.
No, but like if you drink matcha without the milk, it just comes out as tea, right?
But like matcha,
Matcha-
vibes,
matcha
yeah.
tea, not
Yeah.
green tea.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Wow, that would throw
My
me
brain
for a
has
loop.
not.
Yeah,
wrapped
matcha
that
americano. I don't think I've
What is
ever.
a matcha Americano? Oh,
No.
I want to try that now.
No. It's just that.
Matcha and black
With-
coffee?
No water.
Oh.
With water.
He's
Like what you
Holy
described.
matcha and black coffee.
Dirty matcha.
That's a red flag.
That's like 3
I think
times the
every
caffeine.
black coffee person needs their matcha latte girly.
Hey, that's me and you.
I am now black coffee. No, you know what Celsius should do? Make a matcha flavored Celsius.
Oh my god. I would still not drink that.
Guys, you know those drinks that has like a yuzu flavor and it's like a glass bottle? I think it's called like
Yes.
mochi. They have a matcha white strawberry version and it tastes so good, but the more I drank it, the more artificial it tasted, but it was really good. You should try it.
Would you drink that as like a
Or it was Yuji strawberry or
like
something
a
like that.
cocktail? Oh, that sounds really good.
Oh my god, with some Saint Germain.
This is disgusting.
Girls
Give me my
love
black
Saint
coffee. God
Germain.
damn it.
Okay, moving on. Friends who are always late just think that their time is worth more, or their time matters more.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a crazy statement.
Okay. Sarah,
Yo.
are you the friend who is always late, or you're like pretty much on time?
I'm pretty much late.
Adrian, how about you?
I would say I used to be bad, but now I'm like within 10-15 minutes.
I was the friend who was always on time.
Okay, I'm 10-15 minutes. It depends. A lot of times
She showed up 1 hour late to someone's birthday party.
the birthday party.
I'm kidding.
It kind of depends. Sometimes I'm early, or I'm like slightly. Sometimes I'm slightly early. It honestly just depends on like the event. Like if it's something very sensitive, or like very, very, very important. Like not saying like some things aren't important, but it's just like it's very crucial to be there on time. Then like I'll be there on time.
I think if it's a one-on-one, you should always be there on time.
Yes, unless you know the other person also runs late, so then it's little flex.
that just creates like a domino effect, you know? It's
But-
like that
You're
that
trying to
person,
gauge?
Yeah. And then
Oh
the
my
other
God.
person who's late will be like, "Oh, she's running late too now." So, I'll just be even more late.
Wait, but I think when it's that case, like, I trust that usually if I'm hanging out with someone in that context, we're doing something where it's not a big deal to wait like 10 minutes. Like, for example, if I'm going to a cafe with someone, like, I wouldn't mind just sitting there,
Oh,
like,
well,
doing
that's
my
fine.
own thing
Yeah.
for like 10, 15 minutes if they're running late. Even, I don't know, like, I always have stuff to do that I could work on, so I don't mind that.
Yeah.
You know what's super fun? When you have those Find My Friends. Like, you just be watching them on Find My Friends to see if they've left the house yet.
Oh my
my God.
gosh.
When they say they have left, but you check your Find My Friends and they're still home.
I will say I don't do that.
Oh.
I will be like, I'm late. And then I'll text on my way when I actually leave.
Wait, Adrian, I feel like like with you, I've started saying to meet me at a time earlier than I actually want you to meet me because
Wait,
I
when
know.
was the last time I was late?
No, you've been good, but I feel like
I'm gonna bite you, swear to God.
okay. I feel like
Wait, can I bite you?
Me? Oh. Continue.
I lost my train of thought.
You're
Anyways,
telling me to come a little earlier than it actually is.
yeah. So do you feel like people who are late, or okay, for you guys, do you just feel like your time is more valuable? Like, do you like care about the other person?
Oh my God.
Sorry. Okay, can I preface by saying my piece?
Yeah.
So I had friends, especially in college, who were always late to everything, and like they were late by like 30 minutes or like an hour, and like at one point I got really pissed off because to me that just means you're like, that was like disrespectful. You're just like disrespecting my time. Like I would stand there waiting.
Oh my
you know?
gosh.
And it's just like, yeah, very annoying. So, but like from their perspective, they're like, oh, they're all like, I was always going to be there first, so it didn't matter a little bit. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, my piece is that if it's like a smaller thing, I will try to get there within 10 minutes. I think the grace period is 10 minutes. Like, I feel like most of the time, other people are also running just slightly, like, because the trains and stuff, you know, like,
That's true.
within 10 minutes, I feel like is not necessarily late in New York.
It's not.
I wouldn't, the only time I would, like, feel a little bit less bad about being super late, like super late is like 30, 45 an hour, would be if it's like a huge group party where my presence wouldn't necessarily be like super, it's not crucial, like my, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
presence isn't like super crucial to the environment.
Yeah.
Not saying, not devaluing myself for it. It's just like,
Yeah.
if it's like a party situation, like I don't have to be on time.
What are your thoughts, Adrian?
I agree with you guys. I think one thing I do like think in my head is, so obviously like New York with the trains and stuff, you know, there's a chance to be late. So shouldn't you innately, let's just say it's like a small group setting, shouldn't you innately just budget more time than your thing calculates you to? You know what I mean? Like, for example, your restaurant's like Upper East Side and Google Maps says it takes 30 minutes to get there. Knowing the trains are late, shouldn't you budget like 40, 50 minutes to get there versus like leaving at the 30-minute mark and potentially just like being late.
Yeah, I think so. I think I always add like 10-15 minutes
Right,
buffer.
yeah.
Because it also takes time to actually get out of the
Exactly.
apartment
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I will say I feel like my schedule for myself kind of shifts summer versus winter, because I find that the trains are delayed more often. Trains and buses, actually, because of traffic, are delayed more often in the summer than in the winter. So I actually add on like an extra like 15 minutes on top of my already mental schedule in my head.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah, living in New York is so much fun.
Next.
Oh,
I want to get really angry about one.
really? Being a foodie now just means you like lighting and plating and aesthetics.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of, I feel like the term foodie has been diluted.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you're an Instagrammer just like taking like aesthetic videos with a table full of food that looks very appealing but might not actually taste good, and then you're posting it and like everyone just like thinks it looks good.
Bro, you know what? I've thought about like if you want to be like an influencer, how to blow up, just go be a foodie.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Like
actually
sharing
anyone can
spots.
blow up as a foodie.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I agree with you.
Okay,
I
so,
think-
so no one disagree.
Get angry. Wait, I also think that to even take it further a step, besides just taking photos of pretty food and everything, honestly, even if you don't do that and you just go to a lot of restaurants, I feel like it could also be like, oh, I'm a foodie. Like, I just like to eat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, first, here, I'll get angry about it. First of all, who the fuck does not like food? You know? Like,
Wait,
everybody
some people
likes...
don't.
Wait, some people like genuinely don't care where they eat. They just want to eat something and then call it a day.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. They're like weirdos. But like at a very, very basic like human instinct level, we all like to eat food. Like if I imagine your best meal and I dangled it in front of you, you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like you'd want to eat it.
yeah, what would you do that for?
Huh?
What would you...
Malatang.
I wonder if
Sorry, let me finish my thought. You know what I miss? Food bloggers who actually know like taste, like
the
understand
chemistry behind
like
food.
taste, texture.
Isn't that a food critic?
Yeah. So I think food critic is what we should strive to be, but then we end up we end up with these like foodies who's just a bunch of people who go to different restaurants and take pictures of food.
And there ain't anything wrong with that. Foodies.
Yo, guys, I kind of had a thought.
What?
I wonder if I don't like malatang and like hot pot and
Wait,
like dry
what?
pot. I wonder if I don't like eating those like out in restaurants because they're not aesthetic. Because I actually haven't eaten those in New York yet, and I've been here for 2+ years.
Wait, interesting. Wait, so when you... Do you not like...
Well,
it?
no, number one is like I don't like crave it that often, and it's like something that I like to throw together at home. And then number two, when let's say I have like a group of friends who like want to get dinner, my first thought is not hot pot or malatang or any of that. My first thought is like the hot new restaurant that I just saved on my belly that like has like aesthetic plates. Yeah.
I feel like hot pot or KBBQ can be aesthetic when you take, the first photo.
That's fair.
Okay, see, good point to that. But imagine how many of those restaurants that you've been told are absolutely amazing by a foodie, and it's just like mediocre food, and it costs a shit ton, and it's just good marketing, good lighting, good plating.
No, I fully agree.
Yeah?
I am victim to that. Yeah.
No, I'm victim to that too.
Wait.
But
Oh, sorry. Keep
no,
going.
go for it. Versus a food critic, they probably are really...
Guys, if you're a food critic, reach out to AIDS because he is...
No, let's start a movement where the food critics demolish all the foodies. No more foodies in 2026.
What do you mean demolish? Like kill them?
Eat them
Okay,
up.
just kidding. We need foodies with more awareness on their actual...
Like to provide more value.
Yeah, on the
than
pecking
just,
order of like food.
Dude, that's so much pressure. Take it easy, guys. I'm just talking to myself.
Sarah's gentle parroting.
I'm really
Parroting?
very gentle parrot. No, I was telling Rev that I had a revelation that, basically at one point during the last 3 weeks, there was like 3 different people from different parts of my life telling me that I was too hard on myself. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? And then I realized that my perfectionism makes me have really high standards, and like I just have this expectation of life, and but actually like everything's fine. Like life isn't perfect and it's fine, and that's perfect. So like take a pic of a food and just post it, and you're a foodie and it's great.
I was wondering where
Cheers.
this was going in relation to food. I see.
You know, if it's not perfect, that's fine.
Life is not perfect. Yeah.
Understand your position on the pecking order. You are not a food critic. You're a foodie. You're good at taking photos. I'll give you that. You'd be a good photographer.
Every time you say pecking, I think of Peking duck.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Peking duck.
I just had the Peking duck stall in Flushing.
Oh, I love
on
Peking
Monday. It was
duck.
good.
Oh my gosh, can we have Peking duck for
Did
dinner?
anyone get canceled for being too angry?
No, that wasn't
Okay.
even angry.
Yeah, it was very clearly like staged anger.
Yeah.
Staged. Oh,
Wait, I was gonna say
I'm
something, but I
frothing at the
forget.
mouth.
Frothy. That's crazy.
Okay, next one.
One more thing.
Oh, okay.
What are our thoughts on belly?
I
Oh
love
my God.
belly.
Yo, I love belly, but I won't lie. I started eating at restaurants just so I could update my belly.
Oh
What?
my lord.
Yeah, is
See,
that
that is a red flag.
That is a red flag. I know. And so I deleted it for like 3 months, but then I was like, I miss belly, so I re-downloaded it. And here I am in this vicious cycle again.
Wait, I think belly for me is a diary. Like I don't really care.
No, but it's so satisfying when you upload a new restaurant and then like the number of restaurants like updates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then everyone sees like your post and like they like and like comment and okay. Anyways, I just get validation from belly, honestly. That's all there is.
That's okay.
That's okay. Just take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Perfect
Be
is
healthy
imperfect.
with it. Is it my turn to get angry then? Yeah, we're swapping.
Huh?
Anyways, yeah, belly is a nice like food diary. Like even if I don't take the most aesthetic pics, I just like to remember what I ate because a lot of times I forget what I ordered at places.
He has another thought.
Oh, wait, but wait, stay.
I have
Wait,
a good ass
wait. Hold it.
Have a good ass.
my bladder is clenched.
But I will say that my rankings on belly are a little bit wacky because I feel like some things I ranked, well, obviously based on like what I ate, which a lot of times might not be representative of the entire place. Like it might have just been that one dish that I was like, this was really bad or this was really good. And then my entire ranking is based off of that. And then I feel like because some of my earlier restaurants were ranked wackily, they're still being used as my metrics for when I input new restaurants. So then my new restaurants are also kind of not exactly the ranking that I
Yo, the ranking on belly is just, I just don't pay attention to that.
Here comes my rant. Okay. So, you know what? I think there's so many restaurants that get fucked because people who don't understand food put certain ratings on them on belly, and then us as consumers see these ratings, and that's the end all be all for like whether we should go to the restaurant or not.
Wait, but I feel like the amount of people that like would mess stuff up does not
It averages out.
Yeah.
Really?
So I feel like the average like if you have just a handful of bad cops or like incompetent cops, it's
But-
not gonna.
But hypothetically, like if a food critic was like, "Oh, this food is like life changing," blah blah blah, and then you had a million like a bunch of like belly reviews that are like
Bleh.
blah.
I would still try it. 'Cause
I mean,
I'm
it's down to
curious.
personal taste at the end of the day, right?
Or I fall victim to this. I only look for restaurants that are like 8.5 and above.
I think that's a valid.
On belly.
Yeah, that's
I
like
honestly,
that's like how I filter.
I
if
don't
want to
look
try a
at belly
restaurant or
for.
not.
I mean, I'll kind of look at people's recs, but I won't take belly ratings into
Yeah,
consideration
I
as
don't-
heavily as like Yelp or like just
Google
the stars.
Maps.
in
Yelp,
general.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think belly is the most.
Oh, I don't think it can replace Yelp.
in my opinion,
Because
really.
Yelp has all the reviews. Belly, you don't get to see other people's reviews. You only see your
Oh.
friends' reviews. And a lot of time your friends don't like write stuff.
I just go to belly for the pictures, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh.
And some of the favorite dishes.
Mhm.
But then I go to Yelp too to look at their favorite dishes.
Oh, we just need an app that can cross-check all of those apps.
Yeah, and Google reviews too. Because like the way that I look for cafes to study at, it's such a process. Like I have to go into Yelp and then I have to go in the reviews and then type outlets to see if they have outlets and what people said about outlets. And then back in Indy or like other places, I'd have to be like parking to see if they had parking. It was just like it's so much.
Damn, guys. That was a hot take.
So much anger. Move on.
So much
Next.
passion.
Moving on. Main character energy is just a way to justify selfishness.
Ooh. Whew, I could get heated on this one.
Wait, I also could get heated, but
Okay, you
I don't
go
know
first,
if
brother.
we're going heated the same direction.
Maybe not. Probably not.
Well, it's good that you guys are heated in different
Brother.
directions.
Go off, King.
You
Wait,
can
say
take
I
the
say it
stage.
one more time. I want to make sure I'm not like interpreting it wrong.
Okay, so when
Main
people
character
say,
energy.
"Oh my god, I'm just having my main character moment," and like they like do a whole vlog on it, whatever. It's just a way to justify like selfishness.
Okay. See, when you say it like that, when someone says something like that, I think there's like two ways you can interpret it. One is like self-love, which is like slay, but the other one is genuinely like they think their life is like a little more meaningful than someone else's. And I think that is no bueno.
Yeah, I guess if it's like they're using main character energy as a way to devalue someone else's like feelings or like I guess value in the world, that's when it's a problem.
And I feel like I often hear people who talk about that from people who are not as maybe, be careful how I word this, like established. Like I don't hear celebrities or people with like,
Oh, just like normal plebes like us.
yeah, like I don't hear like celebrities be like, oh, I'm like main character energy.
Because they are the main characters.
But I also think it's like
Literally.
That's true. They don't need to.
no. So
Okay,
So
no,
what
but
I'm
yeah.
saying is like
Obama's like.
I'm main character energy. But it's like yeah, that's
Okay,
my
I see what
opinion.
you mean. Yeah.
But then it's not, I think it's okay to have like self-love for yourself
Yeah.
and like live whatever life you want, but if you're putting your life above someone else's, then like
I think it's important to remember that everybody is the main character of their own life. So like
Yes.
everybody is are equals in the sense that we are all wonderful humans and all deserve great things. But I think like sometimes when I think about main character energy, it's kind of like in a movie, like when you're the main character and you're like in a car and you're looking out at the stars and you're deep in thought, and like in a way that is like, well, actually I don't really know where I'm going with this, but like you are that celebrity because the celebrities are in movies and they're being okay. Actually, that's kind of a really loose thought, but oh, another way to interpret when people say like main character energy is like doing it for the plot when it's like the Lulu vibes or like just chaos vibes because it's like, oh, whatever.
I think when you're careless and you just want to do something just to do something, you don't care about the consequences, and you're claiming
Yeah.
that's main character energy, that's when it becomes harmful.
yeah, no, for sure.
Are you okay?
I think I was initially gonna be heated because the initial phrasing of it was like, oh, they're just selfish, but I think there's a lot of ways to frame this kind of thing. So like, yeah, if you frame it in the sense of like, oh, it's so selfish, then like that makes me heated. But
Do
yeah,
you
there's
think
so
that
many-
main characters just want attention? Sorry, this is just like a random thought that popped up as we were talking about this.
I think I hate that main character energy. Like, okay, again, I'm talking about a very, very extreme form. Like, if you use it like loosely or whatever, like it's chill. Like, if you go on a Hinge date, main character energy, like whatever. But I feel like it's those people who are just so engrossed with themselves and have the need to like separate them from like everyone else.
Like they think they're special.
Yeah.
Wait, have you guys ever felt like you were like the side character in someone else's life? Like that was your main role in life in that era?
No.
So you've always felt like main character energy?
No.
I don't think that has to be a side character and main character. I think we're all just characters.
Yeah, but I think it's possible for people to feel like the like very much an active side character in someone
I felt like a
else's.
side character in a friend group.
Yeah, like that vibe.
Yeah, I felt
is
that.
what I'm talking about too.
That's where I'm like, oh, I have a supporting role for sure. But that's okay because I guess that friend group isn't like my entire life.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, as long as I'm the main character of my own life, it's okay if I'm like a side character in other people's like lives, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know about you, but like when I'm a side character in like a friend group, for example, I don't think I'm like satisfied. Like I want to feel included as like, not necessarily the main character, but like included. Like I'm not saying I'm not okay with that. Like I'm okay, but I wouldn't want to only have friend groups where I'm a side character.
Yeah, no, for
That's
sure.
Like I'm not satisfied with just being a side character in all my friend groups.
So
like,
is the main goal in life to have friend groups only where where you are the main character?
That's not the only goal, but I think it's a side effect of a deeper value. I wouldn't just go about life wanting that, but it's like a consequence of I don't know, it's a consequence of something, but I can't really articulate that right now.
Well, I think it's just how you see like life and relationships, because if you were to ask me that question,
That's true.
I don't even like see like main character, side character. Like I think you just be with friends that like make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Like there shouldn't be a side character or main character dynamic. And like if anything, if you feel a side character, that should just be like inkling that maybe they're not like the perfect friend group for you, so you should like not maybe bring them in your deeper circles, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I think functionally that's the same.
What do you mean?
Like it's the same experience, but you can just label it differently. Because if you're feeling that way, and that's the same as I feel, if I feel like I'm quote unquote side character, then
Yeah.
it's just like how you label it, I guess.
Yeah.
But the feeling's the same.
But you would you'd be okay being in a side character situation?
As long as that's not my only situation.
Yeah.
So I think that's like where I'm like I don't even want to entertain that.
Oh.
Like that to me is just like not a close friend, and I wouldn't like put my energy in that. Yeah.
I guess it's like it's up to you to determine what value you get from those kinds of things, or like what you want in your life and what you want out of your friendships. That took a deep turn.
Yeah. Guys, I was just trying to do
angry.
I wanted some slay energy.
Okay, we can do one more.
One more? Whoa. Okay. All right, guys, last one. Wellness is just capitalism in cute fonts.
I shall begin. As a healthcare provider, I think the barriers to like healthcare and wellness is becoming more and more like high. Like, how do you, as the average consumer, truly understand what is like work, like what works for you? Like, I feel like every year there's like a new trend or juice cleanse. Like, oh my god, you know what company I fucking hate? What's that one juice place we went to?
Juiced.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Press juiced.
And they're selling like these juice kits for like, I don't want to say the wrong number and get yelled at.
Wait, let me search it up.
Juiced kit.
$105.
Oh my
for how many?
gosh.
3?
6?
Oh wow. 3-day cleanse.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Okay, guys, get this.
Oh my god.
A 3-day cleanse is $105 for I think 6 juices. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 2 juices a day.
And then a 7-day cleanse is $245.
Oh my god, that's
Dude,
crazy.
look at this. A wellness shot for $5. Why is a wellness shot a subscription?
Yeah, that's insane.
So on that point, like, okay, I think Pressed is an example of like capitalism and wellness. It's just like very, very aesthetic marketing. They're in like the ads and whatnot. And I think it's like every year with like in the name of capitalism, like there are more and more like wellness fads, but as an average consumer, you don't know what is like actually wellness and what is like a fad. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think the example that I can relate to is wellness classes, because I pay a lot of money to go to my little workout classes in New York, and I know for a fact that I can get like the same type of workout, or at least a very similar like intense workout, just by like searching YouTube videos. But the fact that I pay for these classes, I'm paying for like the ambiance, the studio, like the fact that it's like, oh, like I'm like a wellness girly, like going to my Soul Cycle after work, like it just feeds into like my like aesthetic almost, and like my personality. So
I think one thing with wellness specifically that is hard to gauge is like how do you define wellness? Because like how do I explain this? For example, like blood work can tell you like what is actually going on in your body, like what certain blood levels, calcium, like whatever. But like these like wellness fads, it's just like, oh, do this and you will feel better. But feeling is subjective. There is actually no objective measure of your wellness. And there's just too many like things like that. I think like the classes and stuff are absolutely great. It's like, easily accessible. It gives people, and like it's way better than not having them, I think. Otherwise people are just not as motivated. But at some point it's also like, what are you measuring your wellness by? Like, is it your ability to attend a class, or is it like your muscle mass, your like heart rate, like all that stuff, you know?
wait, how do you guys feel about like on TikTok, you know how like some food bloggers would be like, this is like the best hormone balancing meal
Oh my gosh.
I've ever had. And it's like a plate of carrots. And it's like, okay.
No, I just don't even watch this because I'm like, I don't
they use
understand
like those,
enough about my own hormones and cycle and stuff, and I'm just like, this is not gonna be helpful.
They like use like buzzwords, like just to like try to make it seem healthy and like wellness forward, but it's just, you know, it's just food, guys.
And cute fonts.
Yeah.
Question for you girlies: when you guys think of your wellness, how do you guys like handle that? Like, how do you take care of yourself?
Okay, to your earlier point, Adrian, I was gonna say, yes, there's an element of wellness and health that is characterized by the numbers, but there's also wellness can include can include mental health, and I am a strong proponent of placebo effect. So like if doing certain things makes someone feel better, like that in itself can make them happy, and that in itself can make them mentally feel more stable and taken care of, and that is a huge thing in general, even if it's not like a physically super beneficial
No,
thing.
for sure. I think at the end of the day, it's like balance. You need to have both. Like, do things that like make you happy and make you like feel good about yourself. But I think it's also like you need the other side too, right? Because when you say that, one big thing that comes to mind to me is like for example, like the bro meal is what, like a fuck ton of protein, like whatever, and it can get you results. It makes you feel good and whatnot. But like innately, if you never get your blood work done, it can like up your cholesterol like really high. So that's why I think it's like balance. You do your classes and whatnot, but also get your objective testing done too.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah, I think personally, I would define it as like all of the above. Like physically, diet. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Physical activity, diet, mental health, whether that's journaling, meditating, affirmations, like socializing, alone time, sleep. Oh my god. I think I need to prioritize sleep more because it's actually so important.
Yo, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I had, like, if that's your definition of wellness, I think I had better wellness in my childhood. Is that a crazy thought or statement? Like, I was sleeping well. I had all my meals prepared by my mother.
Go outside and play.
I had my playtime outside. I was reading, like, very intellectually stimulating. I was doing my homework. I was learning.
Reading, like, Magic Tree House.
Playing piano.
Wait, even back to what Sarah said about, like, that is what wellness is for you. I think that's so true. It's just that, like, unfortunately, like capitalism, those things are not as marketable as like look good, feel good, be stronger, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wish there was more on that side, like more marketing for that stuff, more like money behind those projects, like meditation, therapy, sleep. But unfortunately,
therapy, there is like BetterHelp has a lot, and I've tried BetterHelp, and oh my gosh, my experience was kind of mid because I feel like it's just so it's not as professional. I feel like
oh wow,
it's more because they market themselves as like even the normal person. They don't really target people that have a
like
mental
like clinical
actual clinical diagnosis. No, for sure,
because they market towards people that are like, even if you're just sad, or like anyone could benefit from therapy.
Wait, another hot take that was like a runner up is like TikTok therapy versus real therapy, because I feel like a lot of people on TikTok are like trying to like
be like a therapist.
There's a lot of TikTok therapy. I think at some point it all just becomes a lot of noise, and like I will say my For You page is a lot of therapy heavy things rather than just like entertainment. And I eat that shit up, but also it is a lot of noise to just like have in my head but not necessarily practice.
Yeah. TikTok algorithm is truly like things that you want to see. I truly believe. So it's like if you see a quote or like a video that like feeds into like your bias.
So true.
Yeah. Go downhill from there. Anyways, yeah. That was a good discussion, I think.
Cool. That was fun. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Anytime.
Thanks, Reb.
All right. How do we wrap up?
Sarah's back.
That is facts. I'll be back for a couple weeks, and then I'm off to Europe.
I'm turning 25 next week.
Woohoo!
Frontal lobe feels...
Wait. Oh, wow.
Delayed reaction.
Wow, wait. I thought you were 25 or like in my...
I know.
No, that makes
in
sense,
my head,
yeah.
I feel 50.
And what's an update with you, AIDS?
Nothing. I'm moving.
You're moving?
Physically?
Yeah.
Mentally?
It's still here.
Spiritually?
Been moved.
Yeah, you've been going crazy with the planning, like the furniture layout and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Very exciting.
I'm gonna... Oh, you know what? Actually, I will make an announcement. Before we move out, we're gonna do a tour of our home because we're moving out, and now we can show you.
That can be a vlog. Aw.
And with that, TTYL.
Dude, right. I swear, every time I hear someone say "with that," I get so triggered.
No, same.
Because I'm just like, TTYL.
Talk to you later. All right.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Let us know if you have any anger towards our hot takes. We would love to
Or let
hear
us
your
know
thoughts.
if you're just angry.
True. And let us know if you identify as a food critic.
Or an angry person.
Or an angry food
I'm looking
critic.
for my Celsius bros who are angry people.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's a niche.
And if you're a matcha girly, you know
who to head up.
Yeah. Alrighty. We will see you guys next week. Love you guys with that.
TTYL.